I've been answering your excellent Adulting Week questions in the comments all week, and it's been very exciting. Please go back, rewatch the videos in the playlist below, and ask me all your small, weird, very individual questions. I am so happy to answer them. Right now, though, I did want to address a couple of kind of bigger picture or longer, more complex answer questions that people have asked, starting with, how can I be less self-centered? And I think somewhat paradoxically, you have to be sort of totally focused on yourself and fix the problems that are really impacting you day to day before you sort of have mental energy or space to really, truly, and deeply care about other people. For me, that meant, kind of sorting out my mental health situation, having some independence. So when I moved out of my family house to college, it was a lot easier to have empathy for and to genuinely enjoy spending time with the people that I was just raised next to every single day, my siblings and grandparents and parents and whatnot, because I liked my life a lot more and I liked myself a lot more. And it was a lot easier to sit down and say, tell me about you and what's going on with you, and ask questions about when my grandparents were first married, and ask questions about, what my parents think about things that I never would have wanted to hear their opinion about before. So the point being that I think some self-reflection is the best way to start building empathy for other people. And from there, you can start imagining them complexly, in the parlance of old school Vlogbrothers. Those videos genuinely were a pretty big turning point for me, and thinking oh wow, I never had it really put together that everybody else's internal life is just as complex as my internal life is. And whether that means films or books or YouTube videos or social media, whatever the kind of inroad is that you can have to imagining other people's circumstances and taking their problems seriously, and putting yourself in someone else's shoes for a few minutes. I think that's a really great place to start. Being of service to other people is also just genuinely feels really good. Think of a way that you can do that, and maybe try, again, faking it till you make it, volunteering, acting like somebody that you think appears focused on service and not focused on themselves, and try it on for size and see how it goes. Another couple of questions focused on how to prepare for independent adult living when you are not yet an independent adult, when you are in high school. And so on the sort of financial front, I think, again, learning as much as you can as early as you can will only help you. Start kind of practicing smart saving and spending habits now. Growing up, my mom was always gotta save half of your money and then you can spend half of your money. That was just always sort of what I did when I got Christmas money, or when I, got my first jobs in late middle and early high school. So I think that these are the habits that you can learn now, whether or not you're making any or a lot of money, whether or not you have work-life sort of concerns to balance. Just start trying, and start budgeting, start doing sort of calendaring and keeping to-do lists and generally being organized. So kind of starting to learn these things is very helpful. But specifically on the financial front as well, I think it really helps to buy quality things. I certainly bought a lot of clothing in the sort of $10 and under rack in high school, instead of saving up my money to buy one pair of jeans for the school year. I would want to buy 2 or 3 different styles, and of course all of those I have since donated over the years. But I did focus on buying a really nice tea mug that I would want to have forever, or a lot of books that I would want to keep for the rest of my life, and scarves and shoes in particular. I was gotta buy good ones, and I still have shoes that I bought 10 years ago in high school. So when you're thinking about Christmas presents, about college shopping, I definitely would focus on, do I want to lug this item from apartment to apartment over the next 5 or 6 years, and let that kind of guide your spending. And returning briefly to the saving front, your expenses are never going to be this low, so this should be a period of time where you can save half or 3/4 of your income, and I think that that's, again, just a great habit to establish now. When you look back and say wow, I did open an IRA at 18 and managed to put $1,000 or $2,000 a year into it, that really saves up over time, adds up, compound interest. It is great. So again, I would learn as much as you can, watch my financial video again, ask questions, and I think this is a great time to start. So those are the 2 I'm going to tackle for now. Again, leave your questions throughout today, throughout the rest of time, and I will answer them for as long as I'm here to answer them. So thanks again for your participation. It's really fun making videos with people watching and commenting, less fun to put them out into the void. So I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you tomorrow with a new video. Bye.